one of the general feelings has been that this team could have done better, could have been a top four team, could have gone further. How do you look back at this year?
Um, yeah, a lot of frustration. In terms of, we felt we were close, we closed the gap, and we couldn't quite get it done. But um, yeah, I think there was a lot of positives we could have took from the season. Looking back, winning the Canadian Championship again, and yeah, it's becoming coming close into the playoffs. So there's a lot of mixed emotions coming out from the end of the season, but um, yeah, there's still little bits we can improve on, but definitely a lot of positives we can take from the year.
And obviously, it's been a season that's cost Vanny his job as the coach as well. And like you've been through this before at clubs from Dundee United onwards, coaches moving on. Axel spoke about this maybe lighting a fire under some players, getting them to go into next year with some anger. Just your thoughts on that, and just your thoughts on Vanny as a coach and him moving on.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, we'll have to thank Vanny for everything that he's done for us as a club and as players over the last 3.5 years. He definitely he took us forward every year. I think he improved not just the performances on the pitch, but um, the way people kind of look at the Whitecaps. He had a big part to do in making us um, better seen and we have him to thank as well for bringing us three Canadian championships. So we all we all really enjoyed playing for him, and he made the training ground a really good place to come every day. And we wish him the best for all that he does in the future, and whatever comes next, whatever football brings him next, we'll wish him nothing but the best. And yeah, looking forward for us. It'll be different. I'm sure there'll be a few changes in that. So there's not too much we can say at the moment. Just that everyone's going to have to come in with the mindset that we have every year to improve on what we done last year and make sure we're a better team.
Just last one from me then for now. What does this team need to do next year? What does it need to get better at to take that next step?
I think consistency is a big thing. A lot of times we looked like one of the top sides in the conference, and then other weeks we looked at a completely different side, unrecognizable. So finding that finding that consistency, obviously in football, no team's going to be at their best every week. You look at the best team in the past few years in the world, Man City. You look at what they're going through right now. Every team goes through little spells, but I think a big thing for us is going to be trying to find um, that consistency. And if we lose one game, not dragging out bad results and bad performances for weeks on end, but coming together and picking up points when we're not at our best.
Cheers, Ryan.
Cheers.
Our next, please.
Hi, Ryan. It's Har. Thank you very much for taking time to speak with us today. We appreciate it. Were you at all surprised by Vanny's firing?
Um, I mean, yeah, it came. Obviously, no one likes to see anyone lose their job. Especially as good a guy as Vanny is, and what he's done for the club. But yeah, I think it's time that we all look forward to what's coming next, and make sure we can do what we can to bring the club forward.
Did you feel like a sense in the last few months that a fresh face was needed, or the energy was dropped, or there was maybe something different where the message from Vanny wasn't being received, or it was different at all?
No, there's not much I can say on that. We as a group keep high energy every day, and we knew that coming into the end of the season we needed high energy. The performances weren't at the level that we wanted them to be as players, so we have to take responsibility for that. And Um, I think yeah, there's not too much else we can say, but we all gave our all in every training session, every game we played. So unfortunately, it just wasn't enough to do better in the playoffs.
Now, I know you don't hire the coach, but what kind of coach would you like to see, or what kind of maybe attributes or qualities do you think could help push this team to the next level in terms of hiring a coach?
Yeah, that like you said, that's not for me to say. That's not for me to decide. I'm sure Axel's got his plans, his visions of what he wants from the next manager, and what he feels can bring this group of players to the next level. And then it comes down to once a manager comes in, it comes down to the players to respond to what's being asked, and making sure we do what we can to try and bring success to the club.
An easier one for me. Can you tell us about your off-season plans, the big wedding? How many people? Is it at a castle? Just kind of your off-season, because it's going to be quite busy, I imagine.
Yeah, we've got a busy couple of weeks ahead, but heading back to Scotland next week, and then yeah, we're getting married. That'll be a local castle close to where me and Catherine grew up. So looking forward to that, and it'll be nice to put football to the back of our minds for a bit.
Thanks very much, Ryan. See you next year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Har, we'll go to Joshua next, please.
Hi, Ryan. Thank you so much for your time today. I just want to ask you, what have you learned about yourself as a player this past season, especially since it was your first year as a captain?
Yeah, I think obviously being captain for the first time, it brought up different kind of challenges, both on and off the pitch, and yeah, like you said, there was plenty that I learned from in terms of like when we're behind, like trying to get people going, which is something that I can always improve at, and trying to be more vocal, and then off the pitch trying to help out with whatever the group are feeling and stuff. So it's been a different year for myself, but yeah, I'm looking forward to starting up again next year, and hopefully improving day by day.
And do you feel the team progressed this past season, got worse, or was it more of the same from years past?
I think on our best days we definitely progressed, but I think when you look at the overall picture of the season, you can say it was more of the same in the fact that we didn't get past the first round of playoffs. So unfortunately, it was a little bit more of the same in that terms. But I think as a club and as a group, we definitely got better, and improved certain areas where we were weaker the years before. And yeah, I think the next step is gonna be success in the playoffs, and that's what it's gonna need to take next year to be able to say that we improved.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Joshua. We'll go back to Michael, please.
Hey Ryan, just want to finish with a couple of Scotland questions. Probably doesn't surprise you. The last two games against Croatia and Poland, the team doing what was done to them at the start of the campaign with a couple of late goals, getting the wins. Just talk about the emotions that you had being on the pitch for those two games.
Yeah, again, it was good. Just like the first games, it was good to be involved and to get some minutes, and obviously it leaves a much better taste when you're on the better side of late goals, and I think it's what the group deserved. They put in an unbelievable shift over the 6 games against three really good national teams. So can definitely take a lot of positives, personally and as a team from the last couple of games.
Those victories, it kind of feels like the team's turned the corner after all the winless streak. Greece coming up in March, the World Cup draws coming up as well. It does feel, when you look at some of the teams, especially that's in pot two or even in pot one, there's nothing really to be scared of anymore, it feels.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not quite sure how it works with how many qualify from the group and stuff, but uh, I mean the team showed, I think it was the qualifiers for the Euros when they beat Spain at home and beat a really good team like Norway home and away. So I think they beat them home and away, but um, yeah, they've showed before that it can get great results against really good teams. So I'm sure the belief will be the same, and it's definitely nice to finish off the Nations League with 2 wins like that.
That's great. Thanks so much, Ryan. Thanks for all your time this year as well, and have a great wedding, and hope everything goes well.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you, Michael. We'll finish with Sarita.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Patel.
I was gonna ask about Scotland because none of the Scottish people asked, but how was that experience for you and, coming away with those results?
Yeah, just like I said, it was really good to be involved again. To get the chance to come on both games as well was obviously really good, and the emotion that comes with winning a couple of games late on is really nice, and to give us a chance of staying in the League A is going to be exciting games in March. So I can just hope to still be involved in that ones.
Today, Dundee posted your first goal with the team, 17-year-old Gauld. What was that like seeing that flash of the past?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I still obviously remember that goal. It was one of the better goals I've scored in my career. I don't score too many from outside the box, so it was nice to see that one again, and makes you realize how fast time's been going. Doesn't actually feel that long ago to me, but I think it was like 11, 12.
You're
11 years ago.
27, 28, 27.
I'm 28. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it was
11
11
years.
years ago. Yeah, so time's flying.
But that left foot is still magic. We saw a glimpse of it there.
I know.
That's a positive. Can you talk a little bit about the positives of this season and what you hope to bring into next season to build on?
Yeah, I mean the positives are always winning trophies. That's what we want in football, and winning the Canadian Championship again was even though we weren't at our best, it wasn't a great game from us, but I think the emotion that comes with winning on penalties as well is always nice. And again, yeah, I think we did take some big steps forward, and the away form definitely picked up this year. So if we can carry that into next year and then get back to picking up good results at home and making BC Place a hard place to come, then that's the base of what could be a really good season for us.
You're here in Vancouver. I'm assuming working out a little bit. Going to take a bit of a break, but preseason is just around the corner. I know you need to take a break from soccer for a bit, but what are you looking forward to most going into January, knowing in 6 weeks you guys are going to be in Spain for preseason?
Yeah, I mean, I think it could be quite an intense preseason because it's a long time off, and I don't believe there's too much time between starting preseason and like probably the first Champions League game. So it's going to be, I'm guessing it's going to be tough. It's going to be intense, and it'll be after how long have we had off? It'll be like 8, 9 weeks. It'll be good to have the boys back together and see everyone and get some time in the sun.